Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is wrestling death and is scheduled for 1 hour. Maybe more. It has no real time limits, making their way into your ears. First, from a place called Barneston, he is the Pyramid. Rab Grado.
It's going to be the funniest show ever because I'm all about the comedy and the money, baby.
How much you going to pay?
And his partner, fein top end of Stevenson.
From Mexico City to Beef Community Centre, I've got stories that are going to blow your mind.
Hello and welcome to Wrestling Daft. My name's Rab Grado. Hey, look who's with me. It's the man himself, Grado.
You alright, mate?
How you doing, my man? You in a better mood this week? You were like a raging bull last week.
I'm alright. Apologise to everybody if I was crabbing that. I just was fucking couldn't be arsed with you, John, the fans,
You hated
everybody.
us. You hated us last
man,
week.
you'll do my tits in. But this week, fuck it, I'm brand new.
You're back to your charming self.
Aye, man, I've got a big smile on my coupon. Let me just take one vape, right? Because I hate vaping on the shows because it's so unprofessional. It's terrible.
Just do a big one now.
One, right? A big one. You ready?
Sake of sound.
Give me another one.
Okay, one more.
Right.
That's I'm sorted.
Right. Anyway, what's been happening in wrestling? You've been watching it?
I need to confess, I've not really been watching it.
It's shite without fans. You need to stop it the new, man.
I'm looking forward to Drew. I'm quite enjoying Drew and Seth Rollins' programme, though. I think that's going to be interesting.
I've only seen Vince McMahon call Triple H, Paul and Padre and all that shit.
That carry on.
Aye, that was good. Just seen it on YouTube. That's the dark side of the ring, but that was brilliant. That was great. He was great.
I've still not seen any of them.
Mate, you need to get up to date with this because this is great.
I will.
When will you do it, Robert? Robert, when will you do it?
I will. I will.
Come on, you big piece of shit.
I'll do it.
Okay.
But we need to listen. I'll tell you something, Greg. We need to fire. Let's be open with the listeners here. We need to fire through the stuff on this show quite quick this week because we have got an amazing interview.
A brilliant interview.
An amazing interview this week.
It's so good, so interesting. If you want to hear about dead wrestlers, if you want to hear about drugs, if you want to hear about sex, if you want to hear about all that, you know what I mean? Pure wrestling, carne, fucking pure madness. You're going to hear it on this fucking episode.
Because we have got an amazing interview with Hornswoggle on this show tonight, and it's an amazing interview. Hornswoggle. How do you say Dylan's second name, by the way?
Postl.
Is it Postl?
Postl.
Is it Postl?
We should have asked him.
How do you pronounce it?
Are we admitting him with pre-recorded interview?
Aye, but listen.
Let's shoot with these fuckers.
There's a killer virus on the loose.
If we're listening right, it's fucking easier. It's fucking easier to sometimes interview the cunt first. Sorry for swearing. John, should I have said cunt there?
You're allowed to listen. Hornswoggle says cunt
beat me out.
Times in that interview.
Beat me out. I'd love to be beeped. Can you do it for me just for the pop?
Yeah.
Right, so keep that cunt in, right? Keep that cunt in, but right. So the next one I want to say, beep it out, right? Okay. Hornswoggle was one of the best we've interviewed.
He was brilliant. Dylan was my favourite, and right away I was like, you need to come back because he just a great guy. What a great guy.
We've had a load of jabronis on recently.
Lovely guy, funny, and he's just a sweet dude and very funny and brilliant stories and sincere and all of that and great stuff. So we'll be getting Dylan back. But however,
don't call him Dylan, mate. He's not your pal. He's my pal.
No, he's my mate. I think he's
my pal.
Mate now. He's my pal. Call
him Dylan. You shut up, you. Sounds all you. My
mate Dylan is a little bastard Hornswoggle. He's been through a hardcore wonder, I believe, when he first started it.
You're on Wikipedia.
Yeah. I know I'm not.
Believe that as well.
It's live. Right. So anyway, we want to fire through the stuff even though I'm... let's go to correspondence for last week. I need to tell... I've not got that much news, to be honest. I've been just stuck in my fucking house because there's a killer virus out there.
Aye, there is, mate.
Regular correspondent Bronze Cello wants to remind us of another Hulk Hogan tweet after we talked about them last week. Do you remember that time he retweeted a picture of Joseph Fritzl? which said, hey Hulk, can I get a retweet from my granddad? Despite some family problems, he never misses a show, and it's a picture of Joseph Fritzl with a world's greatest dad t-shirt on.
With a W, there's a WWF, WWE sign.
And Hulk Hogan. Listen, I'm pretty sure Hulk Hogan tweeted me once.
You're joking. He responded to me in Eugene once because I missed Hulk Hogan by 2 minutes because of Eugene's missus.
Right, okay.
She was in it. You want to tell your story first?
No, sorry. No, I've just found it, but you carry on.
Right. Basically, I was with Eugene in Florida, and he went, "You want to go and see Hulk?" And that happened 2 years later with Jeff, and I did meet him, but 2 years before that, I was with Eugene. It was the same night I debuted in River City. So whilst River City, Buster was on, I was in Hulk Hogan's shop, right, and trying to get iPlayer up and all that, right, trying to watch myself in River City. And I was, and Eugene come in, and he was like, hey, Nick, this random guy. And Eugene was like, where's Terry? And he's like, oh, the big man's coming in this afternoon. He'll be here about 45 minutes. So we went down the beach, right, and I did get River City up on my play, and I watched myself on River City with a total brass neck, and getting fucking well pelted on Twitter, and watched it on Blue Water Beach. It's Clearwater Beach, it's called, in Tampa, Florida. And we went back 45 minutes later, right, and Eugene's missus went, wait there to put my makeup on. I went, fucking hurry up, I've got 2% battery, I need my picture with this cunt. I'm going, hurry up. And she's doing her makeup. We goes out of the shop, right? The same guy's there. He goes, oh, you just missed the big man by 2 minutes. I went, Eugene's missus, what you done? You've ruined my life, man. With your fucking mascara and all that.
But then you met him later, didn't you?
Aye, I did meet him later and all that, and it was on Facebook Live, and Jeff Jarrett was like, "This, you can go, brother, you can work. And then when he come back, he went, well, shit, I spoke to Hulk, man. You can't work with fucking shit."
Well, May 15, 2015, let me tell you this.
Right,
May 15, 2015, I tweeted at Hulk, and I was in the shape of my life, by the way, in May 15, 2015.
You're in the shape of your life now, mate.
Nah, I'm no, mate.
I've put my weight back on. Look at me, I'm
since lockdown happened,
again, man. All the Easter eggs.
I says it, at Hulk Hogan, big man, you inspired me to grow my arms into pythons. Much love from Scotland. Have a great weekend. I tweeted at him, and it's a picture of me with my muscles out, right? Picture of me with my muscles out.
Brilliant.
And he replies, yo, Rab, good job, my brother.
Hail, hail.
Hail, hail. Aye. Good job, my brother. Hail, hail. And I replied back. That is amazing.
That is a buzz.
I replied back, I love you, man.
Shit like that.
Absolute mark, man.
I know, man. Like,
Total
I always wanting, because, like, you know, Blazes tweeted The Rock. Lionheart, God rest his soul, tweeted The Rock. They all got fucking replies.
I get a reply
I done
for
it
The Rock
once, and he dinged me, and I was fucking well embarrassed.
I get a reply for The Rock.
Shut up, man!
Let me find this for you as well.
That's
I'm sure
crap.
I can find it.
Really?
Oh, God, aye. It was in reply to, though, I can't find it now, but
I
it was
need to
in...
get a reply for The Rock or something.
It was in reply to me and Hope went to see his film with one of his films, and he said,
Walking Tall, Tooth Fairy.
like, I can't remember what one it was, but he said it was good anyway. So that's it. So basically, The Rock and Hulk Hogan are my pals, and they don't like you. Danny Lowe says, Grado and Rab could wish my pal Craig Brown figurine a happy 31st birthday and also call him a prick. No, we're not doing that. Love from Franklin. We're not doing that. We'll call you a prick, and then we'll say to your mate, I hope he doesn't. We'll say to your mate, I hope he doesn't have a happy birthday. Keep up the good work. He says, the three of us go to every PBW show and been up to Holt, as well as being fans
happy
of Holt.
birthday, mate.
Happy birthday, mate.
Prick.
And also,
that's
you're
where I make
also
I did a lot of good mention getting up, so thanks very much.
He says, Grado,
thanks for tweeting then.
Grado drinking and shooting on Fit Finlay makes for great content.
When was that?
That was last week, mate. You said you were going to knock fuck it at Fit Finlay.
Did I?
Aye. So let's hope that Dylan doesn't, when we interview Dylan, that you don't tell him that you were going to knock fuck it at Fit Finlay.
Fucking hell, I'm going to get my cunt kicked in on this show, man.
Thanks to Mark, who continues the trend of getting family members to say wrestling catchphrases. Here is his 2-year-old nephew, Nico, quoting Mick Foley. Did you hear that?
Oh, that's cute.
What's he saying?
Oh, that's cute. That's adorable. That's adorable.
That is adorable.
But they could. Nico should have said it herself, but anyway.
Last week on the show, do you remember this, Grado? You were trying to get Alexa to recognise you, and she did not, by the way. She recognised Rab, but no Grado. So Grado wanted the listeners to try their Alexas out. And
I did.
We've got a few examples of that, mate. Have a listen.
Alexa, who is Grado?
Gregor Strasser was an early prominent German Nazi official and politician who
I'm a
was
fucking
murdered
Nazi.
during the Night of the Long Knives in
A fucking Nazi.
Alexa,
Oh, dear, right enough.
Graham Stevely.
Here's something I found on reference.com. Billy Graham is an ordained Southern Baptist minister and the founder of the Billy
Oh my God.
Listen, I fucking order for Amazon every day. It used to be my party piece. This is shite. Why are they turning me off it?
Wait a minute, you order for
Hold on,
Amazon.
is somebody else doing it?
Oh, you missed it.
Go.
What was that one? The last one?
Hold on. I'll just pick it up.
reference.com.
Hold on. Here you
Billy Graham is an ordained Southern Baptist minister and the founder of the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Oh, that one is me. I was a Baptist minister for a couple of years.
Yeah, listen.
Put Graham Stevely is the most famous actor in Scotland on my shopping list.
Put Graham Stevely as the most famous actor in Scotland on my shopping list. That's creepy, isn't it?
That's brilliant.
Grado won't be on anyone's shopping list because let me tell you something, darling. Grado is not for sale.
I am fucking gutted I'm off Alexa.
Grado
Somebody's
is not
fucking
for sale.
complaint. It's like getting my blue tick taken off me or some shit.
Mate, you need to continue to be relevant to style on Alexa. That's what I am.
Scott Squad was on last night, mate, at 9:30.
I'm only joking,
Right.
mate. I'm only kidding. Really, mate, I'm only kidding.
When's the
Mate.
Scots on anyway?
Alexa's anti-Scottish.
When's the Scots on?
Well, mate, I don't know. We've never,
know, man,
I don't think
shit,
we're ever
isn't it?
filming it. I don't think
Two
we're ever
doors down
filming
and all
it.
that, man. I know, man. Mate, TV's
It's over.
dead, mate.
TV's done.
We're
Thanks
dead. We're
to-
all dead. That's what I'm saying. It's like you are no longer Rab Florence. You're now just Robert Florence, and I'm Graham Stevely. Well, that's it, mate. That's it. We're going to have to start fucking shredding paper and fucking, do you know what I mean?
I'm going to
Shite in
become-
the gun and all that and putting it in the bin.
I'm going to maybe become
money.
a vet. I might become a vet.
I'm going to be a dentist.
Oh, cool. Let's do it. Between the two, we'll fucking make more money, mate.
Aye,
we'll
will.
literally make more
Aye.
money. Thanks to Jen, the twin betweeners, and Paul for trying that out for us, by the way, the audio clips. Thanks for the hundreds of complaints for everybody who's
No, I'd rather be a doctor, sorry.
All right, okay, you can be a doctor. That's fine, you can be a doctor. And
Oh, that nice cream van owner.
that's a fucking hell of a elite doing, by the way. No harm to ice cream van owners, but to be like, I'm going to be a doctor and then I'm going to be a fucking guy who works in an ice cream van.
Not a bus driver. Not a pilot.
Don't be a bus driver because they're all catching the coronavirus now.
Hurry.
Pilot, you don't want to be a pilot. The fucking
Yeah.
airline industry's fucked.
Is it? Right, delivery driver for Just Eat. That's it. Final
You're
answer.
laughing.
Take
You're
it.
laughing. The 3 tunes, you're fucking laughing with that job, let me tell you. So there was a couple of pictures of Kelvin Brawley around this week, and Tony Pepperoni
There is,
said,
man, they were good.
What a night that was. Ended with my wife shoving me through a hedge right next to
What?
Kelvin Hall. I love a night that ends like that.
We
love
need-
a night that ends
We
like that.
need
A
to
woman.
get Greg Hemphill on to talk about
We
that
need
night.
to. We need to. I'll open up discussions on this week. We'll try and get them on, right?
I mean, I can't believe you both made about 60 grand off that, and you gave me about £25, man. Who you laughing at, John?
Give me care. Says, just listen to Friday's Wrestling Daft and wants to know when did Statler and Waldorf replace Rab and Grado? Right, grumpy bastards.
Maybe a wee
Maybe a wee
Prozac.
Prozac before the show might help. Well, we've
Get us
tried
in
that.
touch with some cunt that can get us some.
We've tried that, mate. And if you want to get in touch with us about any of that, I'll just
Nah, I'm
random
kidding,
wrestling
man.
related stuff. Get us on Twitter at Wrestling Daft. On Insta at Wrestling Daft Podcast.
Aye, just to let you know what I just said there about getting Prozac, that was under the character Grado, who is a former wrestler because wrestling's cancelled. No Graham Stevely that needs to go to a real job now. So that's, you know how you get that on Twitter? These views are not my own. That's me. That was me being Grado there asking for a Prozac. Seller. Right.
Just
okay.
Wrestling Daft on Facebook or email wrestlingdaft@gmail.com. Now, every week we like to separate the good for the bad in wrestling. The chocolate digesters for the fig rolls.
Oh, it's pathetic.
But fig rolls are bad. I fucking hate fig rolls.
I've never had a fig
That's
roll.
good. Well done, John. As
Thank
we
you.
bury and put over stuff. What you want to bury and what you want to put over this week, Grado?
I want to bury fucking mere wrestling in front of me. Fucking, know what I mean? Stupid. Stop the wrestling now. And I want to bury. I want to bury. Nah, I'm not burying him in case he books me. Hold on, I'm going to fart. Yeah, hold on, I farted. Right, no, I like Joey Ryan, he's my mate, but
Whoa, here we go.
But he was out of order putting up that picture of video of Vader saying that the jobber was getting a doing. That was fucking soft as shit. I've had bigger doings than that in the Greenockton Hall. Know what I mean? You know, he put up this video of Vader and went, I'm so glad. And I love Joey Ryan. A day he's great. He's a great guy. And he'll not mind me saying this. But he was out, bang out of order, putting up a video of this jobber getting a doing off Vader. They're the fucking loveliest what punches you've ever seen in your life. And he's like, I'd rather have Kenny Omega, da. Anyway.
What did they say about Vader? What was his angle?
He basically put up a clip of Vader battering a jobber. But he wasn't battering him. He was fucking giving him nice, fucking solid, fucking nice what punches. And he was like, look, I'd rather have Kenny Omega. I can't remember what he says. John will get it up. Jim Cornette roasted him for it. Jim Cornette started calling him a pussy and all that. And you know, it's a good thing that wrestling has changed for that because you wouldn't be in a Joe because yet. I don't want to get in between all that shit because I like both of them. But I don't like. Aye.
Oh,
that's what shit. Vader was all right, mate. Vader was brand new. See him, he's alive. What a guy. He's my stack of shit, but he was. I'm having a
look at the video just now. It's 25 seconds. I just want to see.
Just see it. The fit is fine.
They're totally worked punches.
They're fucking great punches, mate. You watching? I'm watching that any day of the week.
And listen, this is all right. He is going a wee bit heavy on the boy here, right towards the end of the clip.
No, he's no
right, but regardless, this is when fucking men were men, man. Like, it's no fucking bally.
Strap on.
What I mean,
strap on fucking on.
And I know it's easy for me to say, and I know they're probably people out there hearing me saying this, or like, well, you're not getting in the ring, you're not wanting to hurt people and all that. But there's always been moments of guys working stiff and moments of, I don't know, man. It's oh my God.
That annoyed me. That annoyed me. You know what I mean?
Did you see that footage of Steve McMichael? Flopping.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
I want to put that.
You know what that reminded me?
What?
Get into the bar.
Why?
Is that what you're talking about? Is it the six man with his autograph?
Aye. Why did it remind you of London Bar though?
That's the kind of shit. That's the way I used to wrestle. Autograph.
Oh,
you know Hank?
I thought you said Carrington Bar. The fucking
like. Come back when the face is the same colour as your neck.
Like, why does Mongo McMichael remind you of fucking Carrington Bar?
Hey, mate, I look like Karen Bar. I've got the same beak as her. That's why we done a pilot episode. But she hated my guts.
What?
Because I went like that. Because I goes, they're a school teacher. She went, you being fucking serious? And after that, man, she just couldn't embarrass me. Because it was a bit like me going up to like the Undertaker and asking for a picture on your first day in the job with the WWE.
Do you know who wrote the school teacher sketches, mate?
Mate, Rab, see if it was you, I'll love you to bits, mate, because they were the best.
You're looking at them, mate.
Mate, Rab, you don't get enough fucking credit for Tuna Fat. Tuna Fat was better still game, mate. You were the man.
I wouldn't go that far, mate. I wouldn't go that far.
Fucking man, mate. You were the man. You were the best comedy writer ever.
What
happened?
I'm a vet now, right?
I am an ice cream driver.
I'm a vet now. I'm a vet. So let's see what the punters have been saying. Paul wants to put your gender.
Gender
who? Moving on.
Gender or Tinder?
No, gender. No, he's not been on Tinder. He ain't enjoying Tinder in the lockdown. But he says gender returned looking strong, great shape, sporting the quarantine hairdo. Also wants to put your John, Grado, Rab, Alex and Gary for the laughs early weeks. And
that's good, man. That's nice. I've got a great gender in my house story that I can't tell because he told me never ever to tell her, but it was funny. It involved a... No, because
don't tell it.
Yeah, I won't, but it was...
Don't tell it.
It was brilliant. Put it this way, he was backstage at TNA trying to get a job, right? See, 5 months later, he was the WWE champion. Never got a job in TNA. He turned up for a job with TNA, sitting in the back, eating cake and all that, like a dafty. 5 months later, he's WWE champion. Tell me that's the truth.
That's mad, isn't it? It just shows you. Hazy wants to bury those heels that Zelina was wearing on Raw. Looked like she was going to fall on her ass. She's a
Oh,
Wait, hear this.
what?
She's a weirdian. Any guy that's married to her is for the watching.
Any guy who is married to her?
Aleister Black.
You're fucking kidding me, man. This really?
Aye. Also,
Your mate.
Also, Apollo getting injured, and Hazy wants to put over Seth looking.
I love the way you've just moved on for that. That's
looking
great.
the part in that suit. Guy is a great heel. Nah, mate. I'm like Rocky Balboa, mate. I love everybody. I love Aleister. Listen, he was let me tell you something, right? I'm gonna.
You've had Christmas dinners with this cunt.
I'm gonna break down the fucking thing here, right? About Aleister Black and what he's joking about and stuff like that. Big Tommy.
Shoot.
Big Tommy, right? I'm shooting here, right? Big Tommy.
Hey man, I'm Tommy and I'm gonna go to New Japan.
Whenever I had any dealings with Big Tommy,
Nice
he was a sweet big guy.
He's a sweet big guy.
He was a sweet big guy.
Hey Grado, man, I'm going to New Japan, but don't tell anybody.
Sean wants to.
Hey Shaw, I'm going to New Japan, but don't tell anybody. Hey, another wrestler, Doug Williams, I'm going to New Japan, don't tell anybody. Hey, every cunt, I'm going to New Japan, don't tell anybody.
Yeah, there you go. Sean putting our shoot interviews, since that's all I've been watching recently, Sean gone old school watching the shoot interviews, and he wants to bury Cornette for his comments over the Velveteen Dream situation.
What happened, Velveteen Dream? He was put over as fuck now, you don't see him
John, I
anymore.
don't know if we should be talking about this on the show.
How?
They're concerned with him covering his tracks and what he's allegedly done. He's an absolute roaster now.
What happened there, Rab? I don't know, mate.
There was some people reportedly put up on Reddit, reportedly some direct messages for Velveteen Dream, reportedly on Instagram that was kind of like sent a picture of his willy out and stuff like that. But there's no proof that it's actually him or no proof that it's actually so. It's nothing we should
can't comment on that.
talk about.
We do not know if that was his twinkle or some other cunt's twinkle. We'll know we don't know whose twinkle. It could have been my twinkle. It could have been Rab's twinkle. It was probably John's twinkle.
Very, very well shaved, well groomed, and it had a really nice kind of pubescence. So sorry, I didn't realise.
It was like.
Andy wants to put Cesaro for being able to make sourdough bread from scratch. Well, my fiancée Jen can make all sorts of things, sourdough bread and all that. So, I'm sorry, Cesaro.
My girlfriend can make. What was it she made me all night? She made me something good. I was like chicken with cheese sauce and vegetables. It was good. Oh no, sweet corn, creamy sweet corn. She's got this recipe for
like creamed corn.
It's like corn with hunters are fucking like double cream and all that shit. That's why I'm fucking anonymous again.
Delicious, mate, creamed corn.
Aye.
And Andy wants to bury.
Did she make it for you or not? How do you fucking know about cream corn?
No.
I thought she made it.
I'm just saying cream corn is delicious.
Right, okay.
Andy wants to bury Vince's money holding wee Bobby.
What?
Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't like people criticising Vince McMahon. I don't like it. Chris wants to put all the Dustin Rhodes stuff in AEW TV and media. I hope by the time this angle comes to conclusion, there's a huge crowd to give him a massive pop. Listen, here's
Wrestling's
the thing.
greed, mate. It's still coming back, man.
Here's the thing for me.
The last ever wrestling show in Scotland was Grado's Pavilion show. Just remember that, Rab.
Put as much Dustin Rhodes on your wrestling programme as you like, and
definitely.
I'll fucking watch a lot of it, man.
Absolutely, mate. And I'll go back and watch every bit of the network with Goldust, and I really wish he got a pair of those.
You're right. Colin wants to put our Spud for making the most of whatever this angle he's found himself in.
I love Spud. I had to message him.
I'm hopeful he's kept on, but if not, at least he's gone out having done something meaningful. Here's something I'll say about Spud. He will make...
You love Spud. You like his whole... I shouldn't say that. That's crude.
Well, a day in a sense. A day. I think
I like his whole and all.
Whatever he gets put in front of him, he makes the fucking...
He can date everything. He can date everything. He can play funny. Yeah. He can play bad guy. He can do cruiserweight. He was doing floppy stuff before he was doing the jokey stuff. He can date everything. Spud's good. All right.
Charisma and space.
He's good at greeting and all.
Jardo wants to put over Drake Maverick all but working his way out of being released. Let's hope that's the case. Wants to bury Cain Velasquez being released. Guy had a lot of potential. Hopefully
By the way, Spud's a man. Spud's a man. Fucking love Spud.
Spud is a man. Kieran Thomas wants to bury contract signing on Raw. Use for the many man. A lot of shite and put our Spud. What a storyteller.
Everybody put our Spud this week.
Spud.
Tough couple of weeks, mate. That's finally, my pal. That's my fucking pal, man.
One Merdo Grado. Fraser wants to put our the wrestling daft crew. yourselves and the Marks for continuing to give us content during these unprecedented circumstances. Too right, mate. We're doing it.
It's made me fucking great, man.
Nobody in anything, although slightly upped at Paramount, constantly putting WWE NXT UK really late at night because it's new highlight shows.
It's good that there's folk out there, right, that are really fucking struggling with this.
I'm glad you appreciate
fucking
it.
wrestling there. I was talking shit about fucking wrestling.
You just made the list!
This week, as it's 25 years of Triple H in WWE, we asked, do you want us to talk about his greatest moments? Or, since it's 20 years since David Arquette won the WCW title, do you want us to talk about the worst people who have held the title? And surprisingly, with 72% of the vote, you wanted us to talk about the worst folk to have held a title.
Now, I just need to tell you that the two worst folk to hold the title, everybody's going to say Russo and Arquette. Arquette follows me on Twitter and we DM each other, so I speak to the ex of Courtney Cox. He's my pal. I've wrestled Vince Russo. I recently put up the worst RKO ever because the cunt couldn't fucking bump for it. And by the way, he said, keep back from my boys. He says, I've got something wrong with my boys. Vince Russo was telling me when I wrestled him. See, as soon as I pinned him, I tamed my two fingers, digits, and fucking started stabbing his boys with my fingers. And he was screaming in agony. Don't know what he's got wrong with his boys, but he shouldn't have told me because as soon as I done it, all the boys said, finger his boys. So I fingered his boys.
Well,
Right.
I didn't expect any of that to happen there. So my list, now let me think, what is my list going to be? The worst title reigns, the worst title champions, and well, it depends how you look at it. I suppose it depends how you look at it, because is it the worst folk that have held the title? Because Yokozuna was
the first guy. That's annoyed me because look at the first one. Derek wrote. That's a cunt that's no got a life. You do it.
Okay. Derek says Nicholas, the wee boy that won the tag belts with Braun Strowman. Total piss take.
Get out of it.
Aye.
It's fucking entertainment. It's Coronation Street for men.
God, here we go again.
Fucking hell.
That was a magic moment for that wee guy.
It was fucking great.
And for loads of kids watching
Was
around
it
the
no
world.
one of the referees wee boys? It's fucking shocking, Derek. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Paul says Harvey Whippleman is women's champion.
Brilliant, hilarious, good fun. Keep going. Jinder Mahal. That was good. He was good.
Mark says Jinder Mahal. Only thing entertaining about his run as champ was seeing the Singh brothers getting chucked about like a kid with wrestling figures every week.
That was funny.
Jinder.
Jinder Mahal was good for about a cup of coffee.
Jinder, also, he looks like a monster, doesn't he? He's like a proper
Mate, he's a
big
beast,
dude,
mate.
man. He's a beast.
He's my pal, too.
Rich saying
I get him.
Gronk putting the only title you can reliably defend via skit and lockdown on a non-wrestling star you can't get a hold of. Massive fail. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that title. However, nobody cares about that title. Again, here's a situation though where Drake Maverick took a title that nobody was going to give a fuck about and made it something. And he should never have been removed for that picture. That should just have been like his title.
The piss, even if with the piss he said with the big show, that was funny as fuck, man. That was good shit. Fucking hell, why did they release Spud? That's my pal.
Aye.
He's fucking homeless.
No, Sam Smith says.
Homeless.
Sam Smith says.
He's got a house.
Grado, Sam Smith
He's
says.
got a car.
Grado, Sam
He's
Smith
got
says.
everything. He's made fucking house.
Grado, Sam Smith says.
Right, Sam Smith. Is that cunt that's always green on Instagram?
No. He says Goldberg.
No way, mate. You dare. I met him in Vegas. Him and his gran. I met Goldberg and his gran in Vegas, so shut the fuck up.
What did you say to him? When you met him?
I'm a wrestler too.
And you can buy that t-shirt in our merch shop.
Imagine seeing Goldberg.
Imagine seeing Goldberg and I went, it's fucking Goldberg. What are you doing, mate? He's like, hey, brother. I was like, I'm a wrestler too. You know what I mean? And then he went on and shoot my horn and went, stay safe, brother. Best ever.
He says to you, stay safe.
I asked him, I know it was embarrassing. I went, will you ever be on a Steve Austin podcast? He went, no. And I went, what do you think of Vince McMahon? He went, he's a dick. And that was that. And I went, right, I need to go and play fucking roulette with my gran.
Yeah, imagine he says to you when he shook your horn before he left it, and imagine he went, okay, stay safe in the 2020 pandemic, brother. Imagine he said that. That will fucking blow your mind. And for years you would have told that story and you would have went, and he says stay safe in the 2020 pandemic. What the fuck does that mean? And then, no.
I
You realise it.
Done that, didn't he?
Goldberg's a seer. You realise. Calzo says Big Diddy Cool Diesel. Big Diddy Cool. Diddy Cool Diesel. Terrible Winged Eagle champion. He always
Mate,
makes
one of the best
Like
Royal
that
Rumble
Kevin Nash.
moments.
Who slags off Kevin Nash? Nobody slags off Kevin Nash on my show.
No, actually, I did, because he went and texted Tommy Dreamer when I was on TNA and went, "Who the fuck is this cunt?" When I was in the ring.
But you know,
"Is this cunt?" He went, "Is this guy a wrestler?" Tommy Dreamer texted me saying that Kevin Nash texted him saying that.
You know, he was just
Kevin
meaning it
Nash
in a
could
funny
go
way.
take a fuck to himself.
He was just meaning it in a funny way. Old man Jim.
And do you know what he called? And I get jealous because he said to Shah that he was great and he would get put on TV straight away. So I get dead jealous. And me and Shah kind of fell out because obviously he texted Streamer slagging me, not because I was on the telly.
Hey, Tommy, who the fuck is this guy?
Aye. Is that a wrestler?
This guy a wrestler?
It's a bit like, see, I put a tweet up about Gene Snitsky. I was with Gene Snitsky for fucking 4 days at TNA tapings, talking to him every day. And then the last day he went, "So where are you? You're a wrestler or something, bro?" I was like, "Mate, you've just watched me every fucking night." Fuck's sake, I am a wrestler. You think I'm fucking sitting here for fucking nothing? I'm buried there. I'm a Scottish cunt fucking sitting backstage with the wrestlers. What's my wrestler? What do you think I'm wearing a fucking leotard for? You doted cunt.
Oh, wait, you hear this? Wait, you fucking hear this now? Stephen Roche says Psycho Sid Vicious, worst fucking guy who had a title.
I must admit, but he went and screwed on my pal in America. He made some excuse about not turning up for an indie booking for one of my pals in America. I can't remember. He said he couldn't go on the plane and all that because he lost his passport.
How can you say that guy, that big specimen, as one of the worst guys to hold a title?
Mate, remember when he was on, like, what was it called, like Fingers of Death or something like that, Birds of Death, his leg breaking thing. Remember that? Aye.
Oh, that was a sorry, wasn't it?
I didn't mean sir.
Oh, that looked sore at you, didn't
fuck
it?
That,
Yeah.
fuck, carry on.
Margaret,
I happened to Adam Shane, mate.
Margaret, that boy came off that boy just jumped off a corner there and his leg just went like it was like a wee pretzel. His leg just went like a wee curly whirly, didn't it?
Yeah,
Margaret, come and see this boy. His name's Psycho Sid. Come and see his legs like he's like a wee droopy willy. He's like my willy at 10 o'clock at night after
he's at the doctor's.
Is that
He's with the doctor.
That's not a real leg. Is that a real leg? That can't be.
That was fake. That was fake. They've done that. That's a fucking fake leg. That's a kid on like that.
That's one of the kids.
That's tomato sauce.
That's a kid on.
That's tomato sauce.
Big fucking. Mind you, he was in a car park. He was in a. I remember back in the day when Psycho Sid was. He was on tour. They were on tour, and he was in a car park with one Arn Anderson. There was an encounter happened. There was a pair of scissors involved. A pair of stick. And, you know, it was me and the boys. We usually keep this to ourselves, but you see, there was a few lacerations. There was lacerations in that night. Margaret, this boy's lacerated this other boy with a pair of scissors in the care pit.
To the doctors.
Are they real scissors? Are they real scissors?
He's fake scissors. Do you know what my mum used to do, right? See how she watched wrestling with me one morning on SmackDown, right? And somebody hurt somebody or they hid with a steel chair, and my mum taking her slippers off, and she went, "That's just somebody going," and she was slapping her slippers off the flare. That's just somebody going, and she was slapping her slippers off the flare constantly, saying that's a chair shot. I was like, "No, it's real."
So with all that being said, what's your top three?
Oh, sorry. With that said, my top three,
Make it quick.
My number 3 has got to be Gronk. My number 2 is going to be Vince Russo, and my number 1 is David Arquette. And I think even David Arquette would agree that fucking David Arquette is the worst of all time, and he's probably glad that he's the worst of all time.
Such a lazy answer. You're totally trying to get away from this podcast as fucking quick as possible.
Mate, I just
no
fucking
put any thought into that.
What do you want me to say? Do you want me to go? I could say the Great Khali, for example, right? Here's one. I could go, the Great Khali was the worst, but he was a fucking monster. See if you've got the belt around your waist, see if you've got the title around your waist, then you fucking deserve the title.
No, but you phoned it in there by fucking saying
fucking Lowlanders were SWA tag champions. Wait a minute, Grado. If you want to get fucking hardcore with me, the Lowlanders were SWA tag champions, right? I had to witness the sight the fucking Lowlanders with the SWA tag titles, right? When fucking Wolfgang and Darkseid came in, I was saying to myself, Wolfgang and Darkseid are chasing this pair for a fucking pair of titles. You fucking kidding me on here?
You're the fucking man.
So my number 1 is the fucking Lowlanders. The fucking Lowlanders. Now, you can go Wrestling Daft, be sporting your very own Wrestling Daft t-shirt. Get them at shop.spreadshirt.co.uk/Wrestling Daft. Why would you not buy a t-shirt for that show? Because it's the fucking best wrestling show ever.
Man.
On there, you'll find designs such as I'm a Mark, I'm a Take a Bump for You, Chips, Cheese and Doner Meat, and I'm a Wrestler too, which you heard the story behind that tonight. And big news, the design team are going to start work this week on Alexa, who is Graham Stevely.
Fucking brilliant. That's too good. That's minty. I'm getting one of them, man. To be on fucking Tesco.
Oh, my fucking Alexa's just kicked off. Do you hear that? She's telling me about the fucking Southern Baptist again.
The Nazi.
The fucking Baptist. And remember, take a picture when you get your t-shirt so we can enter you in our Hall of Fame, just as Paul did with his Wrestling Daft logo t-shirt. So check out our range of t-shirts and hoodies at shop.spreadshirt.co.uk/Wrestling Daft now, or check out the links on our Facebook page or Twitter at Wrestling Daft.
Woo! Please welcome to Wrestling Daft, one of the best guys I've ever met in the business. I had one of the funnest matches ever. Where was it? Orlando or New Orleans? Can't remember. One of the best days of my life. This guy is the best. But he did give me heat 2 weeks ago when I tweeted that about JR's book. And he said to me, DM'd me saying, why the fuck have you know about my book? But I did buy his book. And I'm 77 pages in. And it's better than JR's book. I'm telling you it is. Please welcome to the show the former WWE Cruiserweight Champion, none other than Hornswoggle.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Welcome to the show, man.
You say, and I got you heat. I think you just got me heat with JR. I'm sure. Who
cares? Who cares?
Yeah, no, it's I had to give you a hard time. You know, we've turned into buddies, and it's and so for you to purchase JR's book, which I'm all about you doing, and then to find out you haven't purchased one of your good friends' books, that was heartbreaking to me, sir.
Well, do you know what was heartbreaking to me? Just totally scanning every page looking for the word Grado.
It is in the actually, you filthy cunt. It is in the back.
What?
I do talk about you towards the end.
You do not.
I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Seriously?
I talk about how.
I have a hard on. Rab, listen to this. I'm in Hornswoggle's book.
I need something clarified here. So,
yes.
So you get criticised for not having the book, and then did you order the book right away, Grado?
Ordered the book in Amazon Prime. It came the next day.
You ordered it Amazon Prime.
But I only started reading it 5 hours ago.
No, I thought that because the pandemic was happening, though, you were only supposed to make, really morally, you're only supposed to make essential orders, like you're only ordering essential stuff. Hey. So basically, I mean, that's the best review you could get, saying that that's like an essential item.
That's exactly what I was going to say. My book, Life is Short and So Am I, available on Amazon all over the world, is an essential product these days.
Yes, it is. That's little bastard you're speaking to here.
So it's I'm very, very happy that you got it. I have to ask you something.
Here we go.
Why are you dressed like a typical American from like Southern Illinois here in your Detroit Tigers hat, your North Face jacket?
Yeah, because
what's going on?
Everybody says it because I just totally wish I was American. I should have been American. I should have been American. I love wings. I'm drinking Blue Moon, which I first tried in Atlanta, Georgia.
Is Blue Moon over there?
We don't get much Blue Moon. It's hard to find. It's in pubs. It's very, very hard to find. The first time I tried it was Hooters in Atlanta, WrestleMania 27. I went as a fan, and I seen Drew Galloway, and I was like, "Do you remember me from training in Scotland?" And he's like, "Yeah, how you doing, man?" And then he fucked off within 30 seconds.
And that's when you tried Blue Moon.
That's when I tried Blue Moon. I went, that is the best beer ever, and I love it.
But why are you roasting hot as well? Because you're wearing like...
Because my boiler's fucked. Yep. The boiler is fucked in this house where I'm self-isolating, so that's the reason.
You know what I love about you? There's many things, and I'm sure Rab and John can attest to this. You always have a crazy story going on in your life. Your life is never calm.
Well, I mean, last night it was terrible. I mean, John is shaking his head, but last night I suffered a worse concussion than I ever could in the ring. I went to put on my flip flops. And look at John, he's going, oh my God, he's telling this fucking story again. I went to put on my flip-flops, I tripped up, and I fucking went right into the TV, fucked the TV, and...
TV's done?
Look at that. I mean, that's kind of always been there, but there's a bigger lump there. There's a big lump.
Why did you shave your head? Can we get the story behind that?
Because it's lockdown in Scotland, everybody's shaving their head because the barbers are shut. Look at Bald. Look at Rob.
Well.
Look
I had a full head of hair. I had I had long hair before this. Grado, who do you blame for what happened last night? Do you blame the flip-flop? Or do you blame the TV? Or do you blame...
A mixture.
Or the man wearing the flip-flop?
Yeah.
I blame a mixture. I also blame my girlfriend because she made me... I basically put money in her account to buy a new TV because the TV was fucked. But the next morning, she woke up and she managed to fix it. So I don't know if I'll ever see that money again. So, you know what I mean?
Well, why did you... I mean... You put money in the account after you broke the TV, correct?
Because I was like, right, get a new telly, it's fucked. But she managed to fix it, so I'll be, you know what I mean? That's the deal. But I really am concussed. I've done a soccer podcast earlier in the day. John, go online and tell him I was slurring my words, wasn't I? Tell him, John.
You should go to the hospital and have that checked out, Grado.
Oh, I can't go to the hospital.
Well, really, what it was actually... Anyway, listen, I want to hear about...
I know, we're here for Hornswoggle.
I want to hear about a wrestling career that isn't your one this week.
Exactly.
This is way more interesting. Him tripping on his flip-flop, cracking a TV
but
is way better.
No, listen, do you know what I love about your book, right? So your book is good because it's very personable from when you're young. And I can relate to a lot of it because... And the opening, I don't know if you mind letting me know, the opening line is like, I don't mind the word midget. That's like the opening line in chapter 1. And I think that's a very kind of, I don't know, Rab, help me up here, back me up here. Do you know what I mean? Because we know a couple of midgets, don't we? We know like Chris Toll and stuff like that. And it's
who's the one you just talked to the other day?
Chris Toll, who by the way has heat with you.
Okay.
Because you landed in Glasgow and you went to the Radisson in Glasgow, and he is also similar stature to yourself, and he asked for a selfie, and you were miserable. But I have to say, in his defence, there's a lot of pictures online. If you type in Hornswoggle WWE, and there is a lot of pictures where you look miserable. You are a miserable cunt sometimes.
So
wait a minute, you're saying because he didn't listen? It's like saying to me that every like baldy guy that comes up to me, right? That's a baldy guy comes up, I need to give another baldy guy the time of day because we have a similarity there.
To an extent, I will fully admit I'm an airport cunt. I will fully admit. Do we know, was this WWE, Dylan?
WWE.
Okay, so then I was even more miserable cunt.
Right, but then I've seen you being a cunt post WWE.
That's just Dylan.
Right. Well, because I was sitting next to you at WrestleCon, and this Irish midget came dressed in all the Hornswoggle gear, green, the face paint, the dirty stuff that you wore in the early days. He was all delighted to meet you. He was a midget. He was dressed exactly like me, and you. Ever fuck when he approached you?
Did he get? Hey, Grado, did you give me that $20? Hey, remember smooth?
Hey, that's
smooth
10.
20.
No, hey,
quick 10. Quick 10.
That was even worse. Listen to this, Rab, right? We went to, was it Bruce Pritchard's podcast live? And we went
this
from...
was in New Orleans.
In New Orleans. And we had to go straight from Bruce Pritchard's to another show or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So we're out in the street at this point. So we're not the gimmick table. We're just out in the street, and somebody asks Swoggle for a selfie, and he goes, just 10. As in... he charges a cunt's £10 for a fucking selfie in the street.
Business.
But did he pay it? Did he pay it? He paid it.
No, I think me and John Thorne made you feel bad. John Thorne of AIW. I think we laughed so much so hard that I think you went, forget it, just take it.
The best part of it is I did it at the bar too with the three of us, because there was fans on Bourbon Street and all the bars that we were going to when you and I were drinking waters, and and then I would just say, hey, that's just a quick 10.
Mhm.
And you guys couldn't believe this.
It's fucking hilarious.
But it was working.
He's in Bourbon Street,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
100%.
I was like, why did I not think of that? Fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? Why did I not think of that?
Rob, I texted him because he was busy doing something for WrestleCon, and I got done before him. So I said, we're going to meet at this bar.
It was the best.
And there is a picture that he just sent me of the world famous hand grenades.
That's that hand grenades.
Hand grenades, where they give you this tall, I mean, it's a stupid cup, and it's full of ice, but it's the liquor that's in it kills you. And then you can get these little rubber plastic grenades full of more liquor. But each time you get one, you get more grenades. I think I ended up that night with 16 grenades. And it's just more and more and more. So I call him. I said, Grado, you got to meet me here. And remember, the horns, the sirens would all go off and everything, and we're just going ballistic. This is at probably 3 p.m. It was
Did we have
early.
a show that night?
We had a show maybe that evening, and it was just finally at one point I go, we have to wrestle later.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I'm getting mixed up. Where did we? Was it Orlando or New Orleans? And when we done Superplex City. It was fucking.
I have the picture. I have the picture framed in my office.
Rab,
It's framed
honestly,
in my office.
you have it framed in your office. I was just
It's,
looking for it right now. I
have
need
it
to
framed in
find
my,
it.
It's one of like 6 pictures framed in my
Oh,
office.
it's brilliant. He gives me like fucking 20 Germans. It's fucking brilliant. I remember coming back and Jeff Jarrett went, "That was fucking brilliant," and I was delighted.
That was the year. That was the year after Jarrett. I was so upset that I was with WWE at the time that I didn't get to experience Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett the year before fighting with fans. Hawkins was in that match, and they were fighting with fans. I just watched video of this the other day again, and it's
Where
the best.
was that? Was that in Texas or something?
No, it might have been the Texas year. Hawkins was in the match, and he said he texted us all after the match. He goes, Jeff and Karen Jarrett just fought fans.
That doesn't surprise
was
me.
the
That
best.
happened in Preston as well. That happens quite regular. Do you know what? I feel bad, Kurt Hawkins. I had to text him the other day because, and I'm sure you might have been there. Were you there the night that CM Punk made his UFC debut in New Jersey? Were you with us? We watched it in the bar. Remember?
No, we were in the. We watched it in the locker room. I
think so.
I watched it with Hawkins and Kevin Matthews in the locker room, and he got popped, and I lost it, and I was so happy. I was shaking chairs and throwing them. Yeah, this is the best.
So why that? Gives a juice on that shit. Come on.
I mean,
I've been to CM Punk's house. He was nice to me. But I mean, it's a bit awkward now being pals with Cabana, and you know.
Yeah, we had a very good, as I talk about in my award-winning book, Life is Short and So Am I, on Amazon.com and Barnes and Noble. We were very close at one point, and then stuff just happened, and we're not nearly as close anymore.
But was it his fault, the stuff that happened? Or was it the flip flop? Or was it the TV?
I would say, if anything, if I'm Grado and he's the TV, it would be a mixture of the flip flop.
You know what? But what I was trying to get at actually was that night it was Kurt Hawkins' last indie appearance before he went to the.
I was there. Yep, I was there.
Aye, and I went, "See you when you get released." That was the last thing that I said to him. So I had to.
Wow.
So I messaged him last week,
the other day?
and I went, "Man, I feel so bad that I said that to you that last time." And he went, "Don't worry about it. I laugh about it all the fucking time."
No, yeah.
Thank God. I was like, "Thank God he found it funny." He's such a good dude, but he's one of your best mates, isn't he?
He and Kofi are my 2 best friends. Like they're the best. They're the absolute greatest human beings in the world, and I can't wait to see him again.
I can't wait to see him as well, because you know what? Yeah. He got me WWE tickets when I was in Madison Square Garden when I was on holiday.
Really?
When I was with my girlfriend, and I was with TNA, and I felt, I was like, I don't want to go. I'm in TNA and all this kind of thing, and then I had a couple of drinks. I went, fuck it, I'm going to the WWE show. I was like, Hawkins, can you get me tickets? Can you get me tickets? He got me the best tickets ever.
Yeah.
I was fucking jumping about. Shane McMahon was there. Oh, here comes the money. Fucking dancing about. I meet Mike Johnson for PW inside there. I'm fucking loving life, Rab. It was fucking amazing.
I thought wrestlers struggled to get free tickets to get to people all the time. I kind of feel as if all the time you hear about wrestlers going, I can't get you any, I can't get you any. Know that I ask, but I hear other people going through this.
Well,
it's here and there.
Does it depend on the show? Does it depend on the...
Well,
It
WrestleMania...
depends on the show. It definitely depends on the show.
All right, so Dylan, what about Detroit? How many people... Did you have your family there for Detroit when WrestleMania?
Yeah, so that was... I think that was like the last... WrestleMania 25 was the year that they finally like put their foot down on, all right, comps are getting out of control. I bet you WrestleMania 23, I bet I had 15 with me.
Right. But that's cool.
And it was crazy.
That
crazy.
is cool. That is cool. I mean, but the thing is that interests me, right, when I read your book, I don't want to spoil this book for people, but what I love about the thing is the amount of hours that you had to spend under the fucking ring in live events. Because that was your gimmick.
Overseas was the worst because, like, the bad ones were these South America ones where sometimes we do, like, outside bull rings. And so it's outside and, it was... In Spain or some shit? Yeah, it was kind of like daylight at, when the show started. So... It didn't get fully. You can't blacken the arena when it's an open air arena.
Oh yeah.
And so I would have to go under the ring before people would come in. And any international, so in the States it was an hour. Doors were an hour long, an hour before the show. Anything international out of the States was an hour and a half. And then sometimes Finley's match wasn't till the main event.
But did you never politic to try and go, come on, man, I'm under that fucking ring. I need a push.
Yes. Yes. No, not a push. It was, hey, do I really need to go out right now? And finally we developed a system where we would put me in like a road case. They'd push it to the ring. They'd put it on its side. I'd scoot under and done.
Nice.
And it was, but then that was like the good one. The other ones, it would be me under a black sheet with security around me, just sneaking to the ring before the show, or right as the show was starting.
You would never think that when you
because you don't think about this stuff, do you?
Because they would put a video on the screen, and so everyone's watching the video, and then if say 6-8 security guards and building workers come to the ring like they're adjusting ring stuff, and I'm in the middle of them. They're circled around me here, and I'm just they get to the ring, I zip under. They go to the back. Everyone's watching the video on the screen, or they don't care about these building workers walking to the ring. They think they're fixing something, and so they don't even notice. I mean, the two people in the aisle might see me, and that's it.
So when you have been under the ring for a long time, what do you do under there? What's
I would
the
bring
process?
I would be able to sleep under there like it was nothing, even with the banging and all.
But that's risky. Surely that's risky, sleeping under there.
There's a story in the book that I missed my cue. And,
you never believe
with the Undertaker. And it's
I'm ordering the book. I'm going to order the book.
I'm telling you, it's better than JR's. It's brilliant.
I'm going to order the book.
It's brilliant. He falls asleep working with a fucking taker.
Yeah, and I blamed it on possibly being overserved the night before. But it was, I talk about it in there too. I could like visualize the matches going on above me.
Yeah.
Just by the sounds and the crowd reactions. Like for a whole tour, it was Benoit versus MVP. And so for 14 days, it was that almost every night. And so by 6 days in, you could just hear, all right, he's doing his comeback now. Okay, he's going to the top to hit the headbutt. Bang. Mm-hmm. And you could just, I don't see anything going on above me. I just hear what's going on, and it's crazy how I could picture that. And
were you about to say that you would play handheld video games under?
Yeah, before the show started, I would have my PSP under there with my headphones.
Nice.
You just, I mean, you would never imagine watching wrestling WWE that there's somebody under the ring playing a fucking computer game.
Aye, somebody under the ring playing a PSP.
I would. Tony Chimmel, the ring announcer, he would have his handheld microphone. And if Boogeyman was on the show, I I could lift up the apron. I could see him through, but he couldn't see me. Just how the skirts were, and I would lift up. But then I would take if the worms would come out, I would take a worm and I would lift it up just ever so slightly and throw, and I could just poke. I had the best aim. That, and then he would put the microphone down, and then he was Chimmel is the absolute man. I can't put him over enough. But he would then get the jackets and go off to the back. Well, the microphone is there with the cord, so I would see him walking then back to his chair, and I would pull the microphone under the ring, and you would hear over the sound system, but no one knows what it was. That, or he'd go to the back, and while it was dark, I'd grab the wrench for the bell, and he's freaking out because and I wasn't gonna screw it up ever. I knew when the match was over, so I would quick throw it out to him. He would ring the bell, and that was it. But he would be sweating. Give me the goddamn, give me the wrench. It was the best. So then finally, one time, he got smart to it, and he tied the microphone around his chair. So he got up, he started to leave, and he was watching me from on the steps. And I pull the mic, it pulls his chair underneath too. So now it's an even more racket. But it's stuff like that you know, if you're under there, you do it to pass the time.
Thinking that was house shows, live events.
Yeah.
Aye. Yeah.
So what was it like working with Finlay? Because I mean, he's one individual, that guy, isn't he? I mean, what
scary guy.
I very, very quickly, I'd say within a month, and that's it. I developed like a father-son relationship with him. And we just took to each other, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. His wife still calls me their son, and your room is always open in the house. And I text him every Father's Day, Happy Father's Day, and it's just stuff like that. He was one of the first people to call when Landon was born. It's just stuff like that where it's he's one of those. I picked up so much without him saying a word.
I get that.
He's one of the guys. I mean, it's been quite, I suppose for me, it's been quite surprising to see in recent times so many people come out and speak so warmly about Finlay, because for a guy of my generation, when I was watching British wrestling, when I was a wee guy, he was there. You know, he was there, and he was this hard, tough.
Do you remember that, Rab?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember because I watched World of Sport with my dad when I was a wee guy, and I remember Finlay, because Finlay was there towards the last days of World of Sport.
So you remember Finlay in World of Sport?
Yep.
That is interesting.
I remember Regal as well in World of Sport.
Really?
Yeah.
And skinny.
I'm much older than you, mate.
Do you know what? I can't believe that this cunt here's only 2 years older than me. Swoggle.
Who?
He was born in 86.
And he's already
I always forget that you're younger than me because you're trying to sneak through. That's your way of sneaking through.
I like that one. Is he going under the ring there, right?
Yeah. See, there we go.
What do you mean, Grado? Do you mean because Dylan's already done so much in his career?
I just think it's amazing.
I always think you're older than me. I always
That's
think you're
funny.
Cabana's age.
Really? Well, Cabana's nearly 40, for fuck's sake.
Is he?
Cabana's no for. I'm sure Cabana's maybe about 38, 39.
I'll Google that now.
Maybe.
I'll tell you. Go Cabana.
But do you know what?
Grado's going to get so much heat for this.
But I know. Forget
he's not 40 yet. He's 39. He's in his 30s.
39.
You called him 40.
Oh, he does. He's not going to like that.
The headline to this episode better be Grado calls Cabana 40.
Grado says Colt Cabana is in the sunset of his career.
No, the worst thing that I can do to piss off Colt Cabana, and he always gives me hate for it, is putting over Al Snow. He hates when I put over Al Snow anytime.
Yeah.
You get that as well? Al Snow was brilliant to me. Al Snow was the man to me. I don't know if you were exposed to Al as much.
So the guy that wrote Ross Owen Williams, he wrote Al's book too. So I kind of a
I am in Al Snow's book, by the way, just to let everybody know. So I'm in that.
I hate you.
I downloaded it digitally and done Control F Grado.
Just search for yourself.
Well, Mark, fuck it, I love it. But that's what I love about you as well. That's what I love about you as well. Swoggle, when I was reading your book about your first days, because like I know you love Ken Anderson as well. He helped me in TNA as well. He obviously was a big part of your career, getting you in the WWE. And I love the fact that you were there on your first day getting fucking selfies with the wrestlers.
Oh man, like this was, and it was like joked about for a long time when I first started. Yeah, by Jimmy Tillis, the security guard at the time. He was still there, obviously, when I got hired, because it wasn't much long after that. I like that first day. In my mind, I was never going to be back in the WWE locker room. I'm going to get every picture I can. I got one with Angle and with Paul London, and just like all because I was this ring. Yeah, I was a Ring of Honor mark, and like
I mean, didn't you say
I was like, that's the greatest thing ever. And then I remember asking Ray, and Ray put his mask on quick and asked the security guard, who asked me twice, stop taking pictures, asked him to take the picture of us. So it was one of those, oh man. And then he goes, all right, now get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
I done the exact same. I done the exact same. When I went to Orlando, I was like, here, come here, begging, come on, hug, all this. I didn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
I still do it on indie shows. I took a picture with Liger. I took a picture with Muda. It's like,
come on.
I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
You would just, man. I mean, it's one of the things you would just regret it, wouldn't you, in later years? You would think to yourself, why was I so stupid as to...
I'm so glad I've got my picture with Chris Hero and...
There is...
you know what I mean?
I got to meet Warrior, Ultimate Warrior, my absolute hero.
Tell me about Warrior. What was he like in real life? Come on. Because I
talked to him.
I mean, he gets buried in that JR book.
I talked to him for 2 minutes, but it was the coolest thing I could have ever, like, I walked right up to him. I said, because I said to myself, I need to get a picture with Warrior. Obviously, he's my hero. I never will ever see him again. So I walked up to him. I said, hey, my name is Dylan. I just wanted to tell you that you are the reason I'm here. You're the reason I'm a wrestling fan. You are my hero. And he stopped and he called his wife over. Dana, he just said, he is here because of me. He's like, I got him into this. It was like the coolest thing ever to me. And he goes, can we take a picture together? And I said, fuck yes. This is awesome. So we took a picture together. That's the night he passed away.
Oh my God.
So if that was
were you the last picture? It's like one of the, because last night I was typing in, just to let you know, last picture of Michael Jackson. You know, I do stuff like that. I'm quite morbid like that. You know, last picture of Prince, and then I got down a YouTube wormhole, and then I was like, I'm talking about this in another podcast today. I went down a YouTube wormhole when I was like looking up Michael Jackson's doctor and stuff like that. I'm quite morbid that way.
Grado,
so what?
This was a really beautiful story, and then you're on talking about fucking Tupac post-mortem story pictures and. It's this, you know what I mean? It's no rotten.com stuff we're talking about here. This is like it's a beautiful
picture of Ultimate Warrior was the Hornswoggle. Was it? If I type in last picture of Ultimate Warrior, is it going to be him and Hornswoggle?
Why don't you dare type it in the new?
I'm going to type it right now.
Type it in the new.
That's it.
But while you're doing that, while you
do that, you used to talk. You used to connect.
That has to be one of the most kind of surreal and emotional periods for wrestling fans. That period where suddenly Warrior was back in the WWE fold again, and then he was out getting that speech on Raw, and then he was dead. Was an insane. It's
like it didn't hit me until someone kind of said that, like, did the quotes of his speech, and it's like, man, what? This couldn't have been more perfect.
Yeah.
And it couldn't have matched up more perfectly to that being his send-off, as graphic as that sounds, but that was it. And
breaking news, if I could just butt in. Breaking news, the last picture of the Ultimate Warrior is with a random guy wearing fucking blue headphones and it's on Reddit, and it says possibly the last picture of the Ultimate Warrior, and it's not Hornswoggle. So you might have been third or fourth, possibly. I don't know. You never know. But you were maybe definitely in the last 10. Probably the last
10. My best friend actually saw him at the airport, and he still regrets to this day not asking him for a picture.
See, because all you WWE guys are crab at fucks. That's what I'm saying. You might not understand that lingo.
Oh,
I know you were in Aberdeen. Rab, Hornswoggle's been in Aberdeen. And do you know what happened? Do you know what Sha Samuels done, right? Sha Samuels, Dylan might not remember this. Sha Samuels fucking picked him up. He picked him up. I was like, you can't fucking pick him up. You can't pick up a midget. Fuck's sake, put him down. And Dylan was going, it's fine. But I was embarrassed because Sha's my best mate. I was like, that's my pal. That's Hornswoggle. I was like, don't fucking pick him up. Don't pick him up.
I think the best part of that whole thing is he legitimately said, you can't pick up Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle is my best mate. Don't pick Dylan up. That's my buddy Dylan. Don't pick him up. Hornswoggle is my best mate. You can't pick Hornswoggle up. He said that. That was his exact quote.
There you go.
To another wrestler.
See?
Who is his best friend.
Yeah.
You can't pick up midgets, mate. That's just, you know what I mean? It's rude. Don't do it.
How many people does Sha pick up? Because Sha could probably pick up quite a lot of people.
Aye, but it's only midgets I've ever seen him do. He probably done it to Chris Toll, the other midget that we know. You know what I mean?
No.
He's probably done it to the guy that dressed up at WrestleCon.
No, Chris Toll doesn't appreciate the word midget, didn't he? No, he doesn't.
I think he likes it. No, I think he does like it because I cleared this up with him today just to double check. I'm sure.
Are you
Want
sure?
me to phone him? No.
Are you sure? I don't think he does. Because Dylan, here's something I want to clear up as well, though. Because Dylan, you're saying at the start of your book that you don't mind it and stuff like that, right? But how do you feel about Grado using it though?
I'm fine. I always say the word midget makes me money.
There you
go.
go.
And this is exactly why. If you put dwarf wrestling on a poster, you put little person wrestling on a poster, what the fuck is that? You put midget wrestling on a poster, people know what it is. I mean, like, technically, I'm a dwarf or a little person. I'm not a midget, but the midget in this world, First off, I don't take myself seriously, man. I dressed up as the New Year's baby on worldwide television. I was, I did this. I was birthed by Mae Young. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I dressed up as a cow because WWE wanted to poke fun at me because I was fat. I don't care. Like,
Listen,
it is what it is. So the word midget isn't going to offend me. My dad, it's kind of funny, like my dad, he won't say it. Very rarely will he say it. And he's one of you, he's a normie. So he won't normie, a normal person like you guys.
All right. He's cool.
No, he's normal sized, Grado.
Oh shit, sorry.
Fucking hell, man.
It's cool. As if, like,
I know, Grado. There's another one, another headline. Grado
to be cool. As if I'm fucking this up. I'm going to end up in the papers tomorrow.
Grado says little people aren't cool. That's the other headline.
Not only that, Grado says that midgets can't have normal-sized parents. That's what I heard. He is. I think Grado
I thought
swears.
I would have been. I don't know.
This is like a career ender for you, this podcast, Grado. You're going to have to delete. You're going to have to go into every server in the world and delete this for every server.
It'll just be me and Rab on the show. Hey, Grado, I'll blow your mind even more, Grado. My son is normal sized.
I know that because I love your Facebook posts. They make me broody. Do you know what broody means?
No.
Rab, explain what broody means.
You want to have a baby, didn't you, Grado?
Aye.
That's what that means?
Yeah, aye. It makes me, when I see you, I'm like, man, it looks good to be a dad.
It's easy.
That's
I
good to
enjoy
be a
it.
dad.
But you,
I
but
enjoy it.
I love the picture. Rab, you're the same with your daughter. I love when you post pictures with your
We're
daughters.
supposed to be. We're
And I
supposed
love
to be in
when
Disney
Dylan,
right
when you
now.
post pictures of your
Yeah.
when you go to Disneyland and shit like that.
Yeah,
I love
we're
that
supposed
shit.
to be there. We're supposed to be there right now, and this every year we go at this.
Oh
this
fuck! I'm
week.
forgetting COVID-19's in America as well. Shit! What the fuck
Oh
is
my!
happening?
Hold on.
No, I know it's in America, but I forgot. I just totally.
Rab, are you? I mean,
I need
Is
to do
this
that. I need to do this every week. Every week I have to do this show.
Is this a usual Grado thing where he?
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
look,
He's on form this week.
Last
He's on
week,
form this week.
last
I mean,
week I was in a mood.
this is good.
Last week I was in a bad mood
Oh.
because I was fed up. I'm fucking fed up watching wrestling without an audience and hearing and people selling. It's fucking annoying. It's fucking annoying.
It's odd. It's
Just
So-
show old Roz. Show fucking Hornswoggle versus fucking who was the Tikiko? What'd you call him?
El Torito. Yeah.
El Torito.
Not the
Show the
It's
TLC
not a-
match.
It's not
between
a
Hornswoggle and
frozen
Torito.
Mexican food product. It's not that.
What?
I said you almost called him Taquito, which is one of those frozen Mexican food products at 7-Eleven. It wasn't his name.
By the
But
way,
it's-
have you ever wrestled in Mexico City? Fuck that.
I loved it.
No. Because
Oh.
it's above sea level and you can hardly breathe as it is. So you're fucking blown up as soon as you. And I danced to the ring. So I was fucked by the time I got to the ring. I was blown out my arse because there is sea level shit in Mexico City. Do you get what I'm talking about? Because it's like you're in a plane. You're a fucking gas mask.
It's like that in Denver too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
How did Vader cope?
I mean, he's a fat fuck, wasn't he?
No, you're being ignorant, been speaking ill of the dead.
I'm sure he called himself.
We've spoke about Vader on the show. I mean, he again. He told me one night that the match that I tagged in, that was great, brother. That was great. You were so funny. You were so funny. Then the next night, I heard him say to another wrestler, "Hey, you better be better than last night. Last night was a fucking shits." I was like, "You fucking." That's with me last night.
I can see Grado taking it to such heart too, like that killing him because Vader said he was shit.
Because you want to be liked, didn't you, Grado, by people?
What are you trying to say? That's ignorant. What did you just say? That
No,
makes
you want to be liked. You like to be liked.
No,
you like to be.
Everybody wants to be liked. Who wants to be hated?
Oh, come on! There's some people that don't care about being liked.
Like,
we've spoken about
Piers
them on
Morgan
this
and-
show. Who did we speak about on this show? We spoke about somebody just recently that doesn't care about being liked. A wrestler. Who was it?
Who would that be?
There's plenty of wrestlers that don't care about people liking them.
CM Punk, probably.
Probably CM Punk.
Right, well, Dylan has just put his thumbs up. He probably doesn't care. But he put me over on Twitter in 2014.
Low-key we're talking about doesn't care about being liked. People like that.
Who?
Yeah.
Low-key doesn't care about being...
Low-key? Fuck Low-key.
Exactly.
Oh.
But he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
What is this story? This story?
No, I've told it before. I'm not telling it again. I nearly booked a flight home because I was wrestling him that night and he never spoke to me until 15 minutes. We were doing a live TNA Impact show and it was a freeway between me, Low-key, and some other country, I can't remember. And he never spoke to me all day. I went up to him, and you appreciate this, Dylan, because you would have been a mark. Elks Lodge, Xavier versus fucking Low-key, the ladder matches. You know what I mean? You remember that shit? You remember that shit?
Yep.
So I'm like, oh, you used to love your matches with Xavier and Elk.
Oh, he's gone.
It's
I think maybe his agent has came on and pulled the plug when he's like, you've said enough.
He didn't want him to ruin his career anymore.
You've offended so many people. You've offended the Mexicans.
The midgets.
What's been the high point of your career, Dylan? What's the one? Let's say, because you've talking about getting these photos with wrestlers and stuff like that. Great things to look back on. What is going to be the period that you look back on that was when you felt most satisfied in the business?
I always say,
or is that still to come?
No, I'll never ever in my career do something better than WLC. The WLC match Dorito and I had. I will never ever beat that ever in my life ever. So that would probably be like the one match that I'll take to my grave is the greatest thing I'll ever do. Probably like the period of the Vince's Son stuff, because there was the 15th anniversary of Raw. I was on, it was like 5 or 6 different segments on that one show. I started the show and I was the closing scene of the show.
Yeah.
I started the show with Vince and I ended the show pouring beer on Vince. And it's like, and I had 3-4 other segments on the show, period. Like, it's just crazy.
It's an incredibly high profile angle to be involved in. I mean, it doesn't get more high profile than
it shouldn't have. Like, I always live by, and maybe it's not a way to live, but it works for my mindset. I always live by, this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't have happened. This shouldn't be happening. Because the moment you think this should be happening, I think you're kind of egotistical to an extent.
Yeah.
And I think, like, I don't know. It's just weird for me to live in that moment of, yeah, I deserve this. No, we don't deserve any of it. We deserve to live and breathe and have fun with life if we make it of it.
And it's nice to keep that sense of wonder about stuff as well. You know, when you're... Yeah. What was your relationship like with Vince? I mean, you must have... I've always wondered about that when you're involved in an angle with Vince.
I talked about it in the book a bit, and I said, I wish I would have asked him more. I wish I would have talked to him more, between pre-tape takes and, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just asked him, because he would have answered. He's a very open book, and I wish the fan in me would have come out more with him, instead of boss, employee.
Fucking shitty broadband, sorry. I'll go and get a can of beer while you talk about Vince McMahon. 2 minutes.
No worries, man. No worries. We're just getting deep there. No, because he is. Because you hear a lot of people saying it, that he's a guy who will talk to you and he will open up, and he seems to be quite open to having the kind of relationships with people. But it must be intimidating though.
At 20 years old, to try to ask him questions was like, nope, not happening. That is not happening at all. So it was one of those things where I just did my thing and did it as best I could, and that was it.
Can I ask a question, Dylan, just while Grado? Yeah. Obviously that angle was set up for, Mr. Kennedy to come into that role, and then everything happened that happened. How were you approached to take into that role?
I wasn't approached about it. It was in Green Bay, and I was told at 3:30 that afternoon, "You're Vince's son."
Wow.
And I go, "What?" Bruce Pritchard, pardon me. Bruce Pritchard goes, "You're the son," or he goes, "Give me your cell phone." I go, "No." He goes, "You're going to want to give me your phone right now. Just give me your phone." I get, okay. He goes, "You're the son."
So was this to make sure you couldn't communicate with anybody?
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
And I said, I just said, "Oh." He goes, "Where is your bag in the locker room?" I said, "Why?" He goes, "We're going to have someone go get your bag. You are going to sneak under the ring right now during rehearsals and all this. You're under there. We're going to get you your bag. You can change the stuff under the ring." I said, "Bruce, can I text one person?" One person. I said, "I want to text my dad and make sure he's here." And he goes, "That's fine." So I said, he was watching me as I texted him. I said, "Hey, please bring Grandpa. Tonight's going to be very special." That's all I said. And I left him 2 comp tickets for them. He came to the show, and it was awesome. And then Bruce took my phone. Excuse me. Bruce took my phone, and that was it.
Amazing.
It was. I knew at 3:30 that afternoon.
I love that. Yeah. And it's beautiful making sure your people were there. Listen, man, I'll wrap up this interview while Grado's away because I just don't know what's happening with him here, and there's nothing worse than looking at a freeze frame.
That might be it's either his side or his ass. You can never tell.
It's hard to say. But listen, man, thanks so much for coming on. It'd be great to get you back on again. I mean, we like to get people. I'll be honest, we like to get people back who are good. So
well, thank you.
So this has been good. So it'd be nice to get you back.
You have my word. I would love to do this again. Let's talk more. He's back.
There's two Grados. No, there's two Grados on my screen.
This is shit. My broadband is fucking shit.
Grado,
you call it broadband in America?
Internet, Wi-Fi.
Aye. What the fuck?
You've just joined us back. I'm just wrapping up the interview. You've missed all the good bits.
For fuck's sake.
You've missed all the good bits.
Tell me about the day Chris Benoit died.
Fuck.
Okay. Okay.
Nah.
So I was riding with him a couple weeks before that, around that time.
John's putting his hands in his. Should I know Vasta?
Oh my God, Rab! Oh my God, what are you doing?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. Carry on, Dil. Sorry.
Rab just put a picture. Are we allowed to ask this? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it morally right?
I think you're allowed to ask it. Yes, I think
they did a dark side.
Well, the producer's putting his fucking hands in his head. I don't get it.
Let me tell you. Well, because he realizes that you've thrown away your career enough in this interview and in past ones.
He's trying to bring us. He's trying to bring us down now.
Seriously, be honest. Is it that bad?
No.
Okay. No, but I mean, he's like, okay.
The weird thing is, my son watched the Dark Side of the Ring episodes with me. That was very odd. It was No, I loved it, man. I thought it was great.
The Dr. D one was fucking great.
It's odd because that was you've lived it. It's a thing. It's a world that you.
You were there, but you were there.
I think that's why it was like kind of not cool by any means, but interesting to me more so. But Landon watched both of them with me, and he was like into it. And yeah, it was very odd to watch that kind of thing with your 10-year-old son. But he's
hold on, wait a minute. So you're giving me heat for like saying some words, but you're letting your 10-year-old son watching shit about murderers.
Aye, but this is his dad talking. This is somebody that his dad knew professionally, and he can.
No, Grado. I'm teaching my son about the world.
Yeah,
right.
Grado, I have a question for you, Grado.
Okay.
What is your thoughts on women's wrestling?
I love it. What do you feel about it, Dylan? Come on, be honest.
I love it.
Fuck off, man.
How could you not love it?
I do.
The women wrestlers.
Like Ronda Rousey, because she nearly shagged me. I nearly shagged Ronda Rousey.
Oh my God.
This needs to go in. What happened? I need that story.
No, I've told it before, but me and Ronda Rousey hit it off one night.
Ronda Rousey was nice to him.
Ronda Rousey let me eat some of her dinner, and I asked her about The Rock, and she said, "You're a better person than The Rock." And I thought, I'm in there.
So you were lied to by Ronda Rousey.
No. I tell you, if John Thorne didn't cock block me, then
it was there. It was there.
She came.
I knew it was.
Yep. Thorne and Biggins they took me away for her or some shit. I can remember it.
So the caption of this will be Grado and Ronda were a thing.
For 45 minutes.
I mean, this has been the greatest interview we've ever done in this show. I mean, it really has been. It's been the best interview we've ever.
Because we need to edit some shit out. We need to end it on a. Come on, what can we talk about? What can we?
I just want to say one more thing about this Chris Benoit documentary, and you sitting watching that with your son. It just must have been such a bizarre experience because I love and Grado.
Oh my God.
Grado loves crime documentaries as well.
I love crime
documentaries. I never thought I would like them until this is going to be so cliche. Until Tiger King.
Yeah.
And that started me off. And then I watched Don't Fuck with Cats.
Watch The Jinx. The Jinx is the best. The
really?
Because
I watched McMillions. McMillions starts really good, and it ends such shitty.
You love The Jinx.
The Jinx is unreal.
Message me straight away. Rab, back me up.
The Jinx, the last episode of The Jinx is one of the greatest
things. It's life-changing. The last episode of The Jinx.
One of those that brings you, it brings you into the
billionaire. It's a
Oh, yeah, yeah.
billionaire that says all the money in the world does not bring you happiness. He loves to murder people, and he's through it for fucking 30 odd years.
Wait a minute.
And he decides
Grado.
to do an interview with HBO. I'm not spoiling it.
Grado, shh.
Right,
But does he murder people though? We don't know that. Right. But what I will say though is
tonight with Landon.
He'll love it. Him and I.
You love the murderer. The murderer's a gimmick. He's the best.
Landon loves we watched The Office. We watched it top to bottom twice.
UK or US?
It's US, of course.
No.
That's the best one.
Do you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I can't get into it. I've given it one episode, 2 episodes. Parks and Rec. Everyone raves about Parks and Rec.
I bet you like Adam Sandler and all that shit. I bet you're into that kind of stuff.
I like Adam Sandler. Grado.
Listen to this. My big brother. I know you're probably friends with Paul White, Dylan. But my brother phoned me and went, "I have just watched the biggest lot of shite on Netflix ever. It's something about the big.
It's a family sitcom.
I've heard it.
My brother is a family guy. He watches stuff with his kids.
But he's not.
Does he watch murder shit like fucking you two?
He ain't gonna watch Fuller House. That's essentially what Fuller House is.
I don't know what that is. That must be an American
it's
program.
the remake of Full House, the new one. And I hated it, but Landon enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's almost like a kids sitcom, isn't it? The big shows thing. It's like
it takes you back. I heard it takes you back to like those '90s Family Matters, Full House kind of sitcom.
Right. Before we go, I want some advice, Dylan. Right, because if we have similarities, right? I believe. I mean, I've been referred to before as a human potato, built like a loaf of bread in interviews and stuff like that. And I feel it's kind of
hold on, a what? What's a belt?
A loaf of bread. A loaf of bread. Bread, you know, you eat.
Yeah, built like a loaf.
Built like
bread. I thought he said a belt liquor loaf of bread. I was like, what?
No, a loaf of bread. So
who said that one?
Jeremy Borash, but he's one of my best mates, so it's fine. He gets away with it.
Okay, yeah.
So I kind of see me similar to like you in terms of being, you know, the guy that, you know. Why are you looking at me like that? Do you get what I mean?
I'm a fucking jacked human being, Grado.
No, I think we're similar.
William
Regal. And so I know you might wait this, right? Because you bladed yourself when you were young, and I told you so last week. I done the fucking exact same thing in my grand's house. I went and I took aspirin. I took my grand's aspirin. I went out the back door, wrestled with a fucking teddy bear, a pillar, and fucking smashed a glass bottle and fucking went to town coast to coast and fucking hid for my fucking gran. The similarities between me and you is incredible in terms of wrestling. The only difference is you went to WWE and fucking made millions, but aye, we're similar. You know what I mean? We're very, very similar. What are you saying about
the advice? What's the advice?
The advice is, so see how the Dr. D stuff, did you see that? The dark side of the ring?
Yeah.
Right. So when pandemic's over, I want to be a new gimmick where I fucking just slap the fuck out every Scottish celebrity. Rab, what do you think? And I just say, I'm so pissed off of being the pandemic, and I just fucking fuck out the Sean Batty, the weatherman, and you know what I mean? Like fucking, do you know, help me out here. You know, just...
You want to just slap fuck out everybody?
Just all the celebrities and just fucking punch fuck out them and slap them, you know. Obviously it's a work.
Grado.
But I'm a badass.
Grado.
Right, okay.
What would be the end game in this?
Is this
new ring music and like gear and
no, but what's the
maybe take steroids and shit like that. I don't know.
But what's the end game? What's the goal with this, Grado?
As Dusty Rhodes would say, where's the money in this?
No, I think there's great. Hey, Rab, I think there's great money in this. I think you should do it for sure.
Right. Okay. Can I tell you one more thing about Dusty Rhodes? Right. I went to dinner with Finn Balor and A-Train, right? And it was with TNA, and they were talking about, and they went, look, you know what? Triple H would hate you, but Dusty would love you. So I'm going to speak to Dusty. Right? I was like, fuck, man. This could be it. Fucking Dusty Rhodes died 2 weeks later. Fucking hell.
Somehow you've managed to even make the death of one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, one of the greatest men in the business of all time, about Grado, about the tragedy of Grado's lost opportunity.
He died.
Made Chris Benoit's death about him. Made Dusty's death about him. Made Warrior's death
This is
about
definitely my favourite
him.
interview.
All I'm going to be thinking about the night is I'm just going to imagine what it must... Grado, there's just this thing about watching the Benoit documentary and you were there. It's like watching Making a Murderer and you worked on the Avon scrapyard. You know what I mean? It's
Making a Murderer. My girlfriend, she was my girlfriend during all of that.
Yeah.
She bought her first car from that lot.
Oh my! No way!
We lived 15 minutes from that place.
So do you speak like that? Yeah. What do you do today? What do you do today?
Wait a minute.
What do you do today? I don't know. What do you do today?
We might have a better exclusive here. When did you live 15 minutes away from the yard? Was it round about the time of the...
Aye,
round about the time of the murder?
Fucking murderer. Hornswoggle is fucking... He's involved.
Not only Vince McMahon's son, but also...
I think that's my new pro wrestling t-shirt. It's just me on that guy's body.
That's so funny, man.
When I was gonna say the Regal thing real quick. You said the loaf of bread and what was the other one? Potato. Yeah, Regal used to describe me as a melted vanilla sundae. That's what. Yeah, I was. That was my body type.
I don't think Regal likes me.
Oh Jesus. Well,
that's a downer to end the interview on.
I don't think he likes me.
Grado, just
I think that my favorite part of this is all done in Grado's closet because he's hiding from his family and his girlfriend. Well,
there's arguments going on and I need to hide, so that's I'm in here and I'm drinking and just don't tell.
Is that where you drink at like? I mean, I would say at night, but in the morning you start drinking there.
This is where I come and I look at my pictures of me and Bob Holly, me and Matt Hardy, EC3.
Grado,
wait till you see. Wait, you need to see this.
Okay.
You need to see this. All of this one was fucked up.
Oh, that closet has a light. That's nice.
Hey, watch this. Look at the size of that picture of Sabu. Hit me,
Oh, beautiful.
That's the greatest picture ever, but why is it so fucking big?
I just bought the biggest one. I was fucking steaming. about it. I went the biggest fucking size. So I've just, for the people that listen, I've just showed the biggest fucking picture of Sabu hitting me with a fucking chair. And it hangs in my office and it's my pride and joy.
Not only is the picture huge, the frame is double the size of the photo.
It cost me about fucking £200.
So is that you just hang out? What was the picture of Bob Holly, Grado? Oh, I thought it was you and Bob.
It's literally just a picture of Bob Holly.
No, but you know what? I've worked on a few shows with Bob Holly, and one time, because I never said hello to him, he went, "You motherfucker, why don't you come up and say hello to me? I've been here all day, you haven't said hello." And I loved that. He told me, you know what I mean? I loved it. I loved that.
But so is that the character you're going for too with this new gimmick after the pandemic?
What, that I beat up Bob Holly because he's raging that I never fucking shook his sword in time?
No, I mean that you just whap him too.
I'm going to whack. I'm just going to slap every cunt I see. Bang.
You did say you were going to attack people that couldn't fight, like weathermen and stuff.
I'll go for the vulnerable people first.
Rab,
I'll go for Chris Toole, Sean Batty.
I expect when this is all over, I need video of him slapping the piss out of one of these weathermen. And I don't know why he's picking the weathermen. Do you work with the news?
No, because I'm a friend.
Is the news one of your other ventures?
I mean, you have other celebrities. We need to think of other celebrities.
Dylan, I'll get the footage. I'll be Jimmy Hart for him. I'll follow him about with a megaphone. I'll get the footage.
Why a weatherman?
No, I don't know. It's just because the Schultz guy was a newsreader, so just weatherman. I don't know. I don't know. Who cares? He's getting it done.
Right, I'm going to wrap this up.
This is the best. Yes. Rab, you have my word. I will do this whenever you guys want.
No, you need to come back on. It'd be nice. Come on. It'd be maybe good to come on, like post a pay-per-view sometime, and we can do one of the good old-fashioned pay-per-view review type things as well. It's always fun, isn't it? But then we won't talk about it because it means Grado would have to watch the wrestling. He doesn't.
I hate watching wrestling.
He doesn't like watching the wrestling.
Hey, Grado, one more time. Can you do the your impression of what wrestling sounds like now?
Are you okay? Fucking shut up. Turn it down. Fucking that selling's annoying me. Fucking just show old Roz. That's all you need to do. Fucking this in a fucking gym. Shit. Anyway.
All right.
God bless you.
Thanks so much for coming on the show.
God bless you.
Thank you guys very much.
I miss you and I love you. And I can't wait to get a grenade with you in New Orleans again in Bourbon Street one more time.
This is the most I've ever understood you, is one of these.
That's what you know what? My biggest fear of this interview was you going, I don't understand a word you say. I fucking hate when Americans say that, but you never said it once, so I love you even more.
Because I didn't want to offend you somehow.
But you never said it. But how good has he been, Rab?
I told him.
Listen, like genuinely, I'm not just saying this. Genuinely, my favourite interview we've done. Genuinely.
Rab, when we went out, the more Grado drinks, it makes him slow down a little bit. And so I actually could understand him more. Yeah. So I think that's the key, is just get him a little knocked, tipsy, and you can understand him.
That's it. That is the key.
Because the next night in New Orleans, I nearly got arrested for peeing in the street. And it was Robbie Brookside that had to stop the police for fucking getting arrested. So there's another black mark against my name. So there you go.
You're the
anyway,
best.
I'll see you later, Hornswoggle.
I love you. See you guys. Thank you very much.
See you, my man. Thanks so much.
Take care.
Bye-bye. See you for landed to me, my man. See you later, pal.
So who's our listener of the week, Grado?
That's hard, man. What do we see? Talking it. Fuck, I don't think him deserves it. Do you know what? I'm actually going to say the guy that put in the one, because I've seen the video on Twitter where he asks who's Grado to Alexa, and he's got a wee baby in his horn. Who's that?
That's the twin between her. The twin between her.
Yeah. So it's going to him.
The twin between
in the wee cute Wayne.
Can we get a wee belt for the baby as well?
Aye, get a wee belt, baby. Wee baby belt.
Belt for the Wayne as well.
Aye. Just don't get Velveteen Dream involved.
No, listen, everybody, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple, or get us wherever you get your podcast. Right, leave a wee review for us, right? Come on. Maybe we'll leave a review like this. Del Boy 2K says, simply the funniest, absolutely amazing and hilarious podcast. Rab and Grado are so funny. Love Rab for the amazing Bumston. Get on this. Number 1. That's the kind of reviews we want to hear.
Next time,
Grado's the best ice cream van owner I've ever met. Rab is a brilliant vet. He put my dog down, and he was very compassionate when he was putting down my dog.
Aye, Grado is the best Just Eat driver ever. He came with my chips, cheese and doner meat in 6 minutes.
He didn't even eat any of the doner meat.
I did.
Grado, thanks so much. You have put a smile on my face this week.
Aye, man, it's been good.
This has been the best episode.
Aye, it has.
It's been the best.
Sorry if I've offended them doing all that, right?
Listen, it's time for us to stop. We don't need to worry about that anymore.
It was my favourite TNA pay-per-view.
We're the bad boys.
Late lockdown against... Would you call him again, that cunt? It's pain in the arse. What's his name again?
I thought we were going to get through this with the TNA stuff.
Like a player, even played like a player.
We can...
Come on.
Like a player.
Like a player.
Like a player.
Like a player, mate.
Here's something.
Get on like a player.
Never mind like a player. He looks, I say when somebody does a trial doing it for a football team, he looks nothing like a player. He looks nothing like a player. Grado, up the road.
Up the road.
It's yourself up the road. Stay safe, everybody. Stay safe. Stay safe in that 2020 pandemic, brother. Stay safe.
Man. All the best.